Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Pew, 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 pew. It is me, your co-host, FW Mike on Twitter. Some call me Mike, some call me Awesome, some call me Here, and I can't argue because it's where we are at. What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, speaking about where we are at and who we are with, I am excited tonight. We have something amazing and special for y'all. We have the man, the myth, the legend, who just so happens to be my partner. How convenient for me, right? Lucky I am. Luck of the Irish, they say, right? So it only took, 50 years, but I'm doing all right. But listen, my man right there that you're looking at, Protocol, he is heavily involved in Georgia politics. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. I mean, in the building.
Yeah.
His family is heavily involved in politics. Not only that, this is a learned man who has studied his local politics in the state of Georgia and at large for most of his life, and is going to be breaking down this FANI WILLIS stuff on a level that no other place has brought you, no other place can bring you, and it's here tonight for you. I feel bad if you do podcasts and you're bringing in all these cats that are watching it from the sideline that supposedly got their good info, man. Shut up. They ain't got shiz. You know what I'm saying? We got Protocol right here in the building to break it down for real. A man who's been in the building. A man who knows the mayors, the governors, the state reps, all of that. He knows them, right? So he's going to be breaking that down for us tonight. Protocol, but before we get into that, I'm sorry, man, I had to set the table because you're going to be talking a lot later. So let me just set you nice.
Pause.
Yes. What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I've had an amazing weekend. It was pretty good.
Busy, man. You changing the world out there.
Doing my best. Doing my best. It's definitely a tall task, that's for sure. Definitely a tall task. But I got to do what I got to do because shit, somebody got to do it.
Right.
We're not pro.
They are not pro. That is correct. So talk to me, man.
Show this weekend.
Yes.
We had, that was good, man. We got some great talent, man. I cannot wait for March 30th. You guys got to come through on March 30th. We got the Savannah Teens Got Talent show. Yo, we got some people who gonna knock your socks off. They knocked my socks off a couple times. So just saying, March 30th, make sure you're in the building. We're going to be at the Savannah History Museum, right behind the Visitor Center on the corner of Louisville and MLK, man. Come on through. It's going to be a dope time.
Heck yeah, man. So tell me a little bit about how it went Saturday night, man. Also, Friday night, tell me, for those of you that don't know, his show, Friday night, he went live, right, from a club, hanging out with other DJs in the community, breaking that down. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Friday night was the kickoff of season 5 of Palooza, which is a showcase put on once a month, typically every third weekend in the city of Savannah, for local artists to come out and showcase themselves and win prizes, radio spins, cash money, studio time, marketing and promotion, all kind of dope stuff. That they have that opportunity. So we kicked off season 5, and I felt the need to go live from the club. So that's what I did. Yeah, he says there's an echo on my mic because I hear it.
I'm getting it too. See, I'm not getting it on my end. I have the echo cancellation and all that. I'm not getting it, but I am getting it from the producer and a couple other listeners. Are like, we're getting a echo on pros, and I actually got the echo cancellation on for you. So on my end, so you got 2 mics up?
No, just one.
By the way, we're going to do this while he's checking that out. Shout out to Haram Live. Pew, 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 pew.
What's up, brother?
Thank you so much for dropping in. And, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Iron Bull Taurus in the building. Pew, 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 pew. What's up, Cuzzo and Protocol and PT Pod? He says he's making it happen. We doing it large. We're doing it epically. We are making it happen, and I'm going to turn down my volume almost like I'm a professional, or at least someone who can find his butt with both hands. Guys, we are so excited. We got that echo. We're working on that. Let us know, chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. There's only one mic plugged up. Period.
Fuego in the building. You know what? Let me see something here. It might be. I want to make sure it's not on my end.
My dog Fuego. What's up, Bubba? My dog Fuego. Oh, it's gone. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, not. No, it just got worse. It got delayed. It got delayed. Wait.
Check 1 2. I'm not hearing it.
I'm gonna keep talking. Dang. It got delayed.
Guys, something that just started yesterday that I'm excited about that I want to talk about, and that is, while Pro dials in, and that is this Truckers for Trump action happening. Kind of exciting, and Fuego, or excuse me, Protocol's a little quiet. That's correct. We are working on Protocol's audio right now. Let's see here. Talk to us, Pro.
Yep, still in the building. And I got a delay right here.
She said with the delay, it sounds kind of rad.
Okay.
That's not.
So I got a question. We're gonna see something. Do we have delay with the pews?
I'm not hearing them. But once again, I'm on my head. I'm not hearing any of that. So, yeah.
I thought you said hookers for Trump.
Truckers for Trump. But I mean, hookers for Trump, not double the pro, double the fun. I like it. I hope y'all ready for Juneteenth. Yes. We are ready for Juneteenth. Man, right now, I'm ready for anything and everything because it's going to be good. Also, shout out before we get too deep into it. I'm excited. On my personal podcast, Haram. Only with the mic, not with the soundboard, he's saying. Okay, cool. Haram is going to hang out with me Tuesday night. Me and Haram are going to talk. We're going to talk New York. We're going to talk boxing. We're going to talk MMA. It was a great fight Saturday night. Not really what we do here, but it was great. But what's great is that we get to connect, and then we get to do those other things. We get to grow, and we get to build. And I am excited about that. Haram, I don't know if you saw the MMA last night. It was a heck of a fight. The problem with UFC 300 is it's really overshadowing 298 and 299. Next month, 299. I'm excited about. 299 was shockingly good, although I was sad. I mean, I don't know. You hate to see the legend. And Volk is one of my favorite fighters. Alexander Volkanovski, by far, is one of my favorite fighters. Maybe because I'm short. You know what I mean? When I'm in the gym, they say they compare me to him. They're like, you will throw up and pass out before you will stop and rest. So it was good. It was good, Iron Bull. It was a great show. Shockingly good. Seeing Volk lose. And the thing is, Volk, this is his second loss in a row. That kid is a stud. He's a beast, man. And it's just that time. Like, literally, it's that time, Haram, where you're seeing the new guard. There was the old guard. Coleman in the building. What's up, Richard Coleman? We love it. Pro is working on his mic right now, but he's talking to you. Pro, you are muted on my end. I cannot unmute you because you chose to mute yourself. There we go. Talk to me now.
Yeah, I'm here. So I don't know. That's a whole other mic. And it's still.
Are you getting echoes, chat? Talk to us. Well, I'm hearing echo on my end. That went down.
What is that?
What is that?
I don't know. Why is
that? Makes you want to beatbox.
Now you're echoing.
Waco in the building. So is Amy Hall. Iron Bull Boris about to run it all. Coleman in the building. Dropping in the chat. Michael Steve Hall and with Protocol. Where is that? What?
Boy,
that's a mic picking up the speaker fair. I'm on my headphones.
I'm on mine.
So it couldn't be.
But it is. And we here. And who's doing it? And why is it so bad? Like that. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. It's gone.
Is it gone?
It's gone. It's gone.
Boom. All right. I can hear myself.
Oh, you can hear yourself. I don't know.
I can go through it.
My echo gone. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. Praise God. Hallelujah. All right. Yeah. Now, what we was about before we were so rudely echoed out of everything.
Now you're echoing, Mike.
Now,
Pro sounds good. What about C Hall? How's he sounding now? I'm not hearing any echoes whatsoever now. I'm not. Just tell me. Y'all just talk. Better. Okay.
Better. All right.
I'm going to pretend like there's no problem. Haram says we are good now. I'm going to pretend like there's no problem, and we go back to ride.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So, just dropping it on the quick. UFC 300 was amazing. Also, the final ladies fight. It's the girls elude me their names right now. It was thank you, Iron. It is good. Everyone sounds good. It was a hell of a fight too. Macy Barber. No, it wasn't Macy. It was anyway, it was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. It was the Brazilian chick, Michelle Lemos, and then the white girl, just the beast white girl. But it was badass. It was one of those. They beat each other up. It was really good. So Mackenzie Dern, yes, I love me some Mackenzie Dern. I can't believe I forgot that. I'm bad with names. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, all right. So let's get into this, y'all sexy mofos. Thank you so much for coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's better. Everyone sounds good. You're good. We love y'all. Thank you for coming in.
We got the best chat, man.
We got the
only other chat that rivals ours is Cannon's. I ain't gonna lie.
That's true. You know, I'm honestly, I need to see some Jonah. Like I would like we go a couple days without seeing him in any chats anywhere, and I legit worry that somebody, you know what they got.
He was there. I seen him Friday.
Cool.
He was with me Friday night. Yeah, he came in Friday night. He came in late, but he was there.
Cool.
I just came in like what was it, Fuego? Like 3.5 hours late.
Iron Bull says we have a set of new championship titles coming to Seaport Championship Wrestling Inc. Presented at Juneteenth ATL Festival event. Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, boy, it's going down.
We can't wait. Exciting. So you guys know, I'm gonna probably try to play it. I might get in trouble. I won't do it with you because man, they're too hard on you. But it's mine personally. For those of you that don't know, in fact, I might save it for Tuesday night just because we're gonna get into the fights, me and the homie. You know what I mean. So Haram Life is gonna be in there. Jonah showed up when Pro was winding down. Fair enough. But Bruce Buffer, actually, my wife had it set up where for my wedding, we got married last April, but for the wedding reception, Bruce Buffer did our intro. She literally called him. I thought it was AI. It was like 3 days after we had been married. And I was like, so was that like some badass AI program that you got? She's like, no, that was him. She's like, I called his people. They hit me with a number. I said, that's a little out of our price range. They said, how much? I basically told them half, and they said, we'll do it. You're a fan. We love you. You love Bruce. Literally, and I have it on recording Bruce. And I mean, I'm talking like it's like 10 minutes, like full on Michael C. Hall. You know what I mean? He says my name, the champion of her heart. And then he breaks her down. It's so cool. The undisputed reigning champion of her heart. It was badass, dude. Anyway, I have it. I have it for life. And I've been planning on playing it on a podcast, but I don't want to do it a lot. So,
hey man, I understand. This is free reign. That's I don't think they got that copyrighted, so we should be all right.
Yeah, and I'm not really doing it to make money because you have to make money on podcasting. Oops. Anyway, regardless of that, man, let's just start out with something that I think is important. I think the world needs to know about. This is a big deal. Okay, this is what. This is something that is a big deal, very serious. I don't want you guys to take it lightly. I got to talk to everybody in the chat. I got to talk to everybody listening, anybody who might be hearing. But this is a very important thing we need to talk about and discuss here. So, guys, get ready. I hate to be a bummer, right? I hate to be that guy, but I need you to understand that, you're listening and I appreciate you. So can we talk about Trump shoes?
Trump shoes. Let's get it. Yeah. Oh, they just had to put the $354 million fine up there.
Yeah.
There was we'll talk about something else after Trump shoes. Let's go, man. Let's get it. I'm about to get me a pair. I'm about to order me
I
a
gotta
pair.
compare for the grifties.
Yeah.
I need a pair of Trump shoes. Of course, they're sold out. They're impossible to get. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right.
but
I'm gonna
they're
find a pair
awesome,
somewhere.
man. And did you see Kanye was talking about it on his Instagram? He
Nah, I
said it
didn't
made
see
him
that.
smile. Yeah, man. He was
That's
like,
what's
"This
up.
made me." He took a picture of Trump walking out the curtain with the shoes, and he's like, "This made me smile." So yeah, man, it was awesome. So Trump shoes. What do you think about the Trump shoes, baby?
Man, I think the Trump shoes are that's a great like
Are they
he's
all
literally
cute?
walking all over their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yes.
literally stomping a mud hole all over the place. Now there's some quote unquote, they look like losses, like Engeron. Somebody mentioned Engeron in the 300. This man said Aaron. Are they called air indictment sevens? Huh?
No, they should be.
No. Right. I've seen resurrection ones. I've seen air indictments now. Like it's crazy. But he's literally walking all over them when it comes to um they got him on eBay for 19K. I bet. That's
Yeah, I heard as soon as he signed them, they shoot up.
yeah, they easily quick,
Yeah,
fast,
like,
and in a hurry.
yeah, because it's the first pressing, man. It's that first edition. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's really showing them, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what like how much you attack me now, I'm still that guy.
Right.
I'm still that guy. And that's what he's doing, man. He's walking the walk on them and he's gonna make them talk the talk. So that, they mentioned the 350 million
Right.
that he recently got fined. Like that's going to change. I think that, like the Trump shoes are funny, they're cool, but like it's the other things. And you're in real estate, you dabble. So you'll understand this when it comes to, oh Lord, there he is. He's in the building. He's in the building.
Jonah!
He's in the building.
Thank God he's all right. Like
Big
that,
on my
Jonah.
boy, man.
Brother, we love you, but you live that on that edge. You know what I'm saying? You live on that edge, brother. The brothers,
Mm-hmm.
we done lost, a lot of them live on the edge. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's good to see you, troublemaker Jonah. Rob, new
Absolutely.
money balances. I could do this all night. But
New
hey, look,
money
y'all,
balances.
not to be outdone, you know what I'm saying? Not to be outdone. Our man Joe Biden, he went ahead and got some shoes too, and a shirt. There's a
Really?
shirt and shoes combo. Yeah, it's very important, man. So, because we don't want to leave folks out. So
Some
here you go.
paraplegics.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? Bear Biden can't do it.
Can't
You know,
do
it's a
it.
clown shoe. You know,
Nice, because he's a clown. Yeah, Haram. That's exactly. I was getting ready to get into that, yo. Like I was literally about to mention that. Like they hit him with this 350, the 350 million that really has implications to all real estate people. Like there's a lot of real estate, a lot of owners and stuff who's like, you know what, I'm finna get the hell out of New York. We're not gonna do business in New York. So that's really gonna hurt them. But more importantly, the same day they hit him with 300 and a $350 million fine, the man gets an instant spike of $5 billion to his net worth because of truth. Like, oh, y'all niggas, y'all really finna find me with this petty behind fine. I'm gonna take y'all to appeals court, but you really about to hit me with this petty fine of $5 billion? Watch this. Watch you 350 million. Watch this. Another 5 bill. Please, chump change. All right, whatever. But it's crazy, man. Like the things that they will do to attack a person, bro. Like you have to. Thanks, Rich. His confidence is literally unmatched. Like he stand tall, he doesn't waver, he believes in what he believes in, and you can't like what man would honestly stand up and be against a man who stands 10 toes down on what he believes in and doesn't care what anybody think? That's the epitome of a man. That's the epitome of a man. And for people to downplay that, and man, listen, bro, the fact of the matter, he stand for all the real ones, you know what I'm saying? And all the real ones are gonna stand with him. And at the end of the day, we're gonna have to fight and we're gonna have to rock hard, bro. Like people need to pay attention to what these damn Democrats are doing that literally have implications on our own lives. Honestly.
Agreed.
That's it, man. That's it with that. So shouts out to bros. Shouts out to the money that was made. Shouts out to standing up 10 toes down, and shouts out to bringing out your own shoe and selling out in the first day. You just did some Jordan shit. You just did some Yeezy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, and that's not right. And they, rappers, athletes, presidential campaign guy. It's like what? But it's Trump, and he can do it. Iron Bull says, "Cuzzo, Protocol and PT Pod, we have to be at the Juneteenth ATL Festival event day before to be in the parade." Yeah, man, I want to be in a parade. Hell yeah.
All right. Listen, I done told you.
In Atlanta?
You know where I'm at with that. So, event the day before, the parade the day before? Some bitch. It sets precedents, and no one will seek a loan in the NYC again. No one will bank want to. Imagine saying your property isn't worth 10 times more after 20 years. Bruh.
Yep.
Bruh. Land does nothing but appreciates unless it gets hit by a goddamn on bomb.
Well, and summary judgment. That's what I was going in. I had a whole Facebook fight. Summary judgment, right? Do people not understand what that means? It means that he did not get his day in court. They slammed a gag order on him, a gag order on him, and they did not let him have a defense at all. People don't understand because, of course, they're not going to tell you. It doesn't work for them to tell you the truth.
Right.
And this is the thing, even if you hate Trump, be a freaking honest human being about the rule of law. You can hate Trump all day long and go, wait a minute. So a crazy woman accuses him of a horrible crime years ago that there was zero evidence for at the time. There was no prosecution. There was no criminal anything that happened. But years later, she spent over $2 million with her fucking mother. This is the truth. Pardon my language. I was trying not to cuss. Sorry. With her mother, she spends over $2 million to get a temporary law passed so she can go after Trump. Once again, no evidence. No, not one shred of her evidence was she supposedly called a friend and said bad things happened. Now, but wait, there's more. As always with this, then she goes on CNN and is like, well, rape is sexy. And she, careful. She says the R word is sexy.
This was not, it just hurt. It just hurt. Well, most people think, I was not thrown down on the ground and ravished.
To the point of the homie, what's his name? The liberal Tucker Carlson. What's his name? Vanderbilt. CIA man.
Anderson Cooper.
Yes, Anderson Cooper's like, we got to cut to commercial. You know what I'm saying? It's like
quickly.
So then it's like Trump's lawyers are like, well, can we just play this video for the jury just so they can kind of see? No.
You guys know the video that we're talking about. If you guys don't know, I'll play it. I have it and I will play it.
Yeah, man.
I have it and I will play it.
But it literally was, once again, a summary judgment. They were not allowing him to have his day in court. And the problem I have is not even so much that this is going on, but it's that it's being used so nefariously throughout. Like, I can't read an article. Like, they depend on you being stupid. There we go. Bam.
All right, let me see. Can you guys hear this? Let me know. Well, hold on. Actually, I'm going to unmute Mike. So if you talk, you hear echo, but 36 seconds. Here we go.
You don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt. But
I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
See?
If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Even Anderson had to run from this crazy broad. He had to run.
And not only that, but not only did he, also, this brought it completely off her biscuits. Not only that, but like, of all the people, here's the thing, Trump, this was his building. A lot of people don't know or understand my man Cole. Sorry, this Haram Life said this brought us off her biscuits, and my man Richard Coleman says, PT Pod, a lot of people don't know or understand legal terms. So they run with what may appear to be obvious, but actually they have no real understanding. Completely agreed. They play off our ignorance. That's the whole, in my opinion, Democratic thing, is that they play off of our ignorance. They depend on us not knowing what's actually going on so they can create these narratives that then you have to spend so much time fighting, right? So Iron Bull says, we are in the Parisian tuna, so we have to be there on the 20th. Yes, we're booked. I'm in.
We got you. Proud of your boy for all the work you putting in, man. We got you. We got
Man,
you.
we got to do it. Hey, brothers, small wrestling promotions, man. That's where all the love, man. That's beautiful stuff, man. That's some dudes with some dreams. That's why I love Tyrus. You know why I'm excited about Tyrus? Because there are dudes who didn't have to choose between McDonald's and gas to get home, you know what I mean, or to get to the gig. They got to eat a Big Mac and put gas in their car because people like Tyrus showed up. You know what I mean? And honestly, I hope to be one of those guys one day. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of money in that show, so Tyrus isn't going to get paid a lot, but he knows guys are going to get food and gas. And, you know, it's hard to get now.
Really is. Even for us decent working fellas. It is. Oof.
Man, gas or grass.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. So yeah, anyway, so Trump is killing it. He's making, it's funny, man. It's like, if you charge me $35, but then give me 5,000, right? Which is basically the numbers we're talking here in a roundabout kind of way. People can't really understand what billions is and millions on that level. I know I truly can't because I never held that much yet, right?
Right.
But think about that, man. It's literally like they hit him for $35 and then he went and got 5 Gs. Boom. You know, it's like, I'll take 30. I will give you 35 for 5 Gs all day. That's a good deal for me. And then tomorrow I'm going to launch a shoe that Kanye West puts on his Instagram and says, hell yeah. Boom. How you like me now?
I'm winning.
I'm happy, man. It's like, you see why Stephen Colbert had like this breakdown and he's crying on his show. And he was like, nobody doubts Trump did all of these things. It's like, no, dude, that's the thing. We know it's bullshit. And we know as soon as they're done with Trump, they're going to come after whoever they want. Black, white, brown, it doesn't matter. They figured out how to weaponize the court system and turn us into a banana republic. And that's wrong and that's bad. Man, we're doing good on time because I'm 2.5 minutes from the 30 mark where I wanted to get into the gym. So,
man,
you notice how I'm winding it right around to it?
Yes, sir. Whipping it in there.
But they got nothing on me.
That's what we need to watch out for, though, man. We definitely need to watch out for them and pulling these tricks on us, you know, because that's what they want to do, man. They've got everybody hating this man. You know, they're talking about New York, not realizing that this attorney general chick literally ran for office saying, I'm gonna wake up every day to be a pain in Trump's ass. I'm gonna go after him with everything. I'm gonna make him feel like this woman campaigned to be the attorney general of a state for that. Think about this. Think about if the DA in your county ran and said, I'm going to spend every day going after Mike. I'm going to spend every day going after protocol. I'm going to spend every day going after Susie. Like, you're weaponizing the law system. Yes, Aram. AGs and DAs, both of them, they're supposed to be non-biased. And they're not.
Not especially when they run on that. And that's you know, the thing about New York is that you almost expect it, right? In that New York has been, that's the funniest thing is that Trump
is Bobby Axelrod. If you guys watch Billions, Trump is Bobby fucking Axelrod. What's the point of having fuck you money if you can't say fuck you every once in a while? And that is Trump and Bobby Axelrod.
And they're like, I literally just read an article getting ready for the show that said that this is going to financially, the 350 that they hit him with, this article literally said that it's going to put Trump into financial ruin, word for word, because I had to reread it. I was like, wait a minute. It's going to put Trump in financial ruin months before the election. Like, that's a blatant lie. Like, that is and then it said that
he made $5 billion.
Then it said he was racist. Yeah. There's no line. There's no credit. It's just he often was racist against his DA or against his attorneys and staff. No proof, just, hey, he was mean and racist. But who are you, dog? But who? Where? Like, I'm down to investigate. You know me. I'm gonna stand, good or bad. But where is it?
All of them said he was racist. Who's that said he was racist? Who's that? The girl of the hour. Oh, Fat Pat. Manny.
Boom. And speaking of that, man, so there is all that as far as New York and what they're trying to do to him and the craziness, man. But now, this week, it's been hot. If only we had a guy, right? If only we had a guy who was involved. Oh, but we do. Frustrating. I'm going to hit my personal, then we're going to move. But the most frustrating thing this week that I've experienced is knowing that there's a guy who's available that people aren't tapping. But then it's also kind of a blessing because, like, you leave me holding all the aces. I'm going to play him when I sit down at the table. What do you think? I'm dumb? So here we are, man. So for people that don't know, we're going to catch him up really briefly. And if I leave anything out, let me know. So Fanni Willis is the DA in charge, basically the head DA in all of Georgia and in the state.
Fulton County.
Just Fulton County. Okay.
Just Fulton County.
Wow. So she's the head DA. Brought charges against Trump, RICO charges, all kinds of charges for all kinds of things, quite honestly. Now she's been caught up. Come to find out she's basically corrupt, illegally using funds, having, married men accompany her on trips and all kinds of things, right? So it seems like they basically tapped her, set her up, I don't know the whole thing other than it's odd that she's walking in, that she's all mad like she's innocent. Then there was some stuff she said I'd like to get into in a little bit, but that's kind of what basic people have an understanding of, right? And then on one side, they're literally praising her. On MSNBC, Joy was praising her, which is weird too. But anyway, so that's what people know, right? What do we not know? What should we know? What's really going on?
All right, so here's the deal, right? So Fanni Willis is as you stated, she's the DA in Fulton County, Georgia, all right? She elected to go after Trump for the quote-unquote election interference, saying that Trump interfered with the elections of Georgia, which is funny, as we just stated. Fanni is the DA for Fulton County. She can only bring charges. She should only be able to bring charges based on what's happening in Fulton County, which is why I don't understand how there's a Sidney Powell charge and these people from Coffee County when Coffee County is not Fulton County. But I digress because we'll talk about some of that in a second. But so she went after, she said there was this election fraud by Trump and these people were tampering. It's a RICO that he was trying to change the elections in Georgia. If you guys are familiar with us, you've seen us walk through the different things that have happened in the state of Georgia when it comes to the election. All right. We've got here in Chatham County where there was 0 registered voters, but there was 1,599 votes cast. We talk about Michelle Long Spears where they literally flipped the numbers in her case. So everything that we said was happening, right? Precincts that have people registered at UPS boxes and all these other places, they were voting and they weren't actual residents. We said that numbers were being flipped and they said that was impossible. We told you they were stuffing the ballot boxes and you've seen the video of them doing that. These are all provable things that Trump and them had. The problem was they were so sloppy in the state of Georgia, so damn sloppy in the state of Georgia, that they had to turn around and cover their asses with these punk ass DAs like the bitch Fannie Mae or Fanni Willis. Well, fuck Fannie Mae too. She a bitch too. That's Fannie. Y'all know who Fannie Mae is, right? Shouts out to everybody with student loans. But we're talking about Fanni Willis at this moment. They used her to go after Trump and say, "Oh no, you can't expose that." And you here's a RICO charge because y'all was conspiring to turn over the election and y'all had fake electors and all this. No, there's no damn such thing as no fake electors. There are Republican Party electors, there's Democrat Party electors, and there's independent party. Every party that is registered in the state of Georgia is allotted electors when you're on the ballot and you actually get votes. That's just how this works. So
real fast,
Mhm.
because that is coming up and part of it. You're electors, the people who do that, right? You've
Yes.
worked directly with electors, correct?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I am active in my county party. So I deal with electors and delegates all the time. I may very well be an elector in this coming election.
So you're an elector too.
I can be.
Wow.
It's highly possible. We'll
So
see once we get through convention. I
fair
am a
enough.
candidate for being an elector.
So basically, he was just using alternate electors in the way that have been done in the past. You
Mhm.
understand this process. You understand that it's, in your opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, it's ludicrous and almost like evil, like illegal to be trying to bring charges against something that not only is not a crime, but a normal procedure in
Mhm.
presidential elections.
But it's like Richard Coleman said earlier, when people don't know and they're able to say certain things, they run with it because they don't know, right? But I know. And because I know, I'm going to speak up on it. I'm a voice of authority. Again, I'm in the party. I hold an executive board position in the party. I was a delegate in the past state, convention. I'll be a delegate more than likely in this state convention. And possibly I'll make it to Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to get in the process to know. And most people aren't involved in the process to actually know, which I actually do encourage them to get involved with the process. Come on down, man, in the Republican Party. I got a seat for you. You want to be a voting member? I got you. Come on, let's get right. I'll let your
Let's
boy Pro.
go.
So, but yeah, man, there's that. So she's going after him really to try and silence him and essentially put a gag on him, like they put a gag on him in the rest of the different courts, so that he won't be able to speak and defend himself and put out the information.
Wow.
And that's where we are. So they did that. And as she moved forward with her quote unquote investigation with her case, she hired her boyfriend. Okay. Now she went to a couple other people, one being Governor Roy Barnes, and he took the stand this week as well. Like, he took the stand on Friday. And then there was another person, and Roy Barnes is a former governor. He's a Democrat. And they went to him saying, hey, you want to be the special prosecutor? He is on the record for saying, nah, this is too political and I got other things going on because this is too political. The whole thing was political. And they wanted to use their Democrat political hacks to go after. Nobody in the big, Mark Elias, none of these other people would go and put their name on it because they knew that this was not going to work and they were going to have to burn whoever is involved in this. So, but they didn't pass the word to Fanni. Fanni was just a dumbass who got up on it and thought she'd make a quick dollar, which is why she hired her boyfriend to be the special prosecutor. Right? Hired the boyfriend, gave him $650,000, and was running money through him to her. So he was buying trips. They was going out to dinner. They was going out to lunch. They was out the country. They was all over the place on his dime through his company. All right. And then the man, when he got the contract, now this is the big thing. When he got the contract, he decided that he was going to divorce his wife, and I guess probably start something with Fanni. I don't really know, but he basically said, I'm going to divorce my wife when I got this contract. So they did all that. The wife seen the receipts. They went for the divorce, and when they went in there, she took the stuff, and he was like, "Oh, I'm running everything through my business account. I'm running everything through my business account. I ain't got no money. I'm broke. My business got all the money." And it made it hot for him. The fact that he purchased plane tickets for Fanni using the cards, and when you purchase plane tickets, you have to give the person's date of birth and all that good stuff. Well, that caught him up. So she brought it forth in the divorce case. When it brought forth in the divorce case, lawyers talked to lawyers. So one of the Trump defendants, caught wind of it, and they brought it up and say, hey, there's some impropriety going on. There's a whole bunch of trips. Fanni Willis is going on trips. What's going on here? And that kicked in the door to finding out all the trips and all the fuck Raffensperger. That's my position on Raffensperger. I can't stand Assenberger because he is complacent in it too. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get back on with Fanny. Don't think that just because the person has an R next to their name that they are completely on board and with team. No, because there's a lot of Republicans who know that Trump was literally coming in there to get rid of them. He was coming in to drain the swamp, and there are swampy people on the Democrat side and the Republican side. And Assenberger, he knows what's up. All right, Assenberger knows what's up. He was a part of the election fraud that took place in Georgia. He knows that he committed fraud. You know what I'm saying? Smart people know that Herschel Walker did not make it out of his primary without having a runoff. He went against Gary Black, who was the sitting agriculture commissioner in the state of Georgia. You really think the agriculture commissioner is not going to make it in a runoff for state senate against Herschel Walker? They're both equally known. They both have a support. There's going to be a runoff. And he went against Kelvin King, who's a very strong black man in the state of Georgia, who has a very beautiful, he's Georgia's, in optic sense, Kelvin King is Georgia's Obama, optically. I'm not saying politically, but optically. He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful son. They have a dog. He's a business owner. He started his business in his bedroom. He went from his bedroom to the basement, from the basement to a building across the street from the new Brave Stadium. There's no way he beat Gary Black and Kelvin King and straight out no runoff. Fuck no. Assenberger, Kemp didn't beat Purdue, and he damn sure didn't beat Candace Taylor out flat. Kemp had a runoff too, but they made it straight to the general with no runoff. Bullshit. Assenberger is complacent in this. But Fannie and Wade got caught up in the fraud. Fannie and Wade got caught up in the fraud, and it came to the court, and then that put us in place to what started on February 15th and continued on February 16th. So,
and before we jump all into that, speaking of complacency, I think that's one of the worst possible things and blatant right now. And it's the entire Republican Party is, well, you Democrats are you wacky kids. You better behave or we're going to do right now. Think about all the evidence we have against Biden of all of the crimes. I mean, we're finding cocaine in the White House. They're, filming porn videos. We have 5 different people who have testimonies against him for doing illegal things. We have video of him going, I'm withholding Congress money unless you stop the investigation into the company that my son is on the board of, who's, doesn't speak Ukrainian. We have Joe Biden using Air Force 2 with his son, Hunter, going to other countries to do private business deals on Air Force 2. That itself is just enough. Imagine if Trump did any of these things, right? If just one of these things. And we are not going after Biden like, knives out. And that's crazy to me because it is blatant that he's a criminal. It's blatant that he's done it. The border alone. I mean, we could just go on and on and on. And the fact that he's, everybody's freaking out over Trump. Yeah, Joe gotta go. It was funny, man. This weekend, Trump was at a rally. And they were screaming F Joe Biden so loud he had to shut him down. He was like, "Okay, that's good, thank you." Like they kept screaming it. Like, I gotta talk. Yeah. So, and speaking of that, White House and the corruption, isn't it correct that Fanni Willis visited the White House and spoke with either Kamala? I believe it was Kamala, and then the guy that speaks before Corinne, that scrawny white dude that just looks stressed out. Anyway,
yeah.
I think didn't she visit and like talk, and they said it wasn't about the thing, but she visited and then they filed the charges like a little bit later. What do we know about that?
So she visited, well, it's alleged, put it out there. It's alleged that she's visited. I haven't seen the White House logs for her. I'm gonna go on the limb and say I am 98% sure she visited the White House, because the line of questioning that came to her when she took the stand on Thursday about being in DC, I'm pretty sure that they have the goods that she visited the White House. But they definitely have the visitors logs with Wade going to the White House a couple of times while he's being the quote unquote organizer. So yeah, they definitely was a coordinated attempt at going at Trump from DC down in Atlanta, Georgia.
And using Fanni as one of their, what you call
Mhm.
it, with soldiers, basically.
Yeah, because she's a Democrat DA in the area.
So speaking of that, and being a Democrat DA in the area, and knowing how close you are to the action, if you will, what's the opinion on her? What can you share with us about how people in Georgia overall,
Let's talk
how do
about it.
people feel about her?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
So
let's
remember
get
when she was on the stand the other day, she was talking about moving, right? She's talking about, oh, the threats got real. I had to move and all of this good stuff. Now, if you pay attention, guys, if you pay attention, she had to move before she brought the Trump indictments, before she went after Trump. She had to move because she went after Thugger. She went after YSL. So Atlanta was already on her neck for what she did to Young Thug and YSL. It was them who was bringing the hate on her. See, when she was on, oh, they sprayed the B word and all this on the side of the house. You know, if that's true, you know that was the Young Thug people. Young Thug folk was giving her drama way before Trump people started giving her drama, because she was out here going after the artists of Atlanta. She was interrupting Atlanta money. And I think I got to see who she's not attacking in Atlanta, because I believe she's getting paid, because all this quote unquote cash she got, this untraceable cash she has. I don't know, man. That sounds like she getting some kickback from somewhere. Somebody in the streets of Atlanta is paying her hefty, but I'm just saying. Yeah, they were also protesting her for the cop shooting too. Yep. So they tried to put it on MAGA, but she had a whole lot. She decided not to go after a cop that killed somebody. She's going after Thug. Like, she's had a lot of things on her plate way before the Trump stuff came into play. But she's trying to spin it and make it seem like it was the Trump people that was going at her. But it wasn't that. Okay, Richard says, I agree there are questionable actions on both sides, but when you have a party line heavyweights testifying for and in favor of the oppositional party, that raises some great concerns. Your thoughts? That part, and that's why there's something that we mentioned, and then we'll get back into Fanny. It's a uniparty. All right, a person may wear a red R, but they're not about the red R life completely, right? Because they get paid in conjunction with each other, right?
Right.
Hey, y'all, we know y'all got this going on, but we got to get a little wins every now and then too. So we're going to work with each other. Y'all know this is going through, but we'll give you kickback. Y'all are in control now. We'll work with you to get certain things done. That's like looking at the base. The Republican base, the ground level base, will tell you, you better not spend not a damn dime on Ukraine. Not a single red cent. And then what do the Mitch McConnells of the world go and do? They go vote to send Ukraine money.
Yep.
They don't care about us.
On Super Bowl Sunday,
while everybody is watching the game.
a rare Sunday night. We can't get Congress to move on nothing. They can't even figure out who's they can't even figure out how to charge people for having, filming gay sex in the White House or in the chambers of Congress. Somehow, though, they can get together on Super Bowl Sunday and get a lot of our money and send it overseas and out. Weird, man. Weird. It's shady and ugly and gross. So, yeah, man, that's so frustrating that they did that. So, yeah, we still can't get money to Hawaii victims still, which is a whole nother thing. We'll get into that later. Facts. Now you're talking rhino or dino, exactly.
There you go.
Because that's the
Uniparty.
thing. Exactly. And that's the whole point, is that, I mean, that's one thing I learned. I have a friend who's done some lobbying work for some national senators. And I was this and that. He was like, Mike, he was like, and this is one of the reasons I got so propelled or so encouraged to support Trump, as he was like, you understand that it's all a plan. Do not trust any Republican or Democrat you see. They go to the DC bars at night and they drink and they toast. It's WWE. It really, really is. It's all a setup. They talk about what they're going to fight about. They plan it. They get their CNN and Fox News anchors to, they call them first and go, we're about to fight about this. Run segments on this. And it's all a game to them to get as much money as they can. Screw the American people. They're rock stars in their own right. And they're trying to be rock stars. And if they feel they're helping, they feel like they're helping by doing whatever they want to do. The problem is the stupid people that elected him that won't just let them be the demigods that they believe they are because for whatever stupid reason. You know, politics is just show business for ugly people, so, as they say. I love that line. It's one of my favorite lines. Show business is just politics, or politics is just show business for ugly people, which is fair. But
Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, exactly. That's what frustrates me so much about this thing, man. I want to talk to you a little bit about Fanni, you know, some of the crazy stuff she said on the stand.
Yeah.
A couple little things that aren't actually necessarily, how do I say it? They are not necessarily pertinent, but just shady. And it's like, what do you think? Like, did you notice how she kind of went in on Homeboy? She was like, the simple question was, did you have any relations at this time? I think it was like July or something. And then she went in on, well, he has cancer, so basically we couldn't even have had relations. That's how crazy. So basically she's like, his dick didn't work. And then she says, literally, and then she says, I will not disparage a black man, but we didn't have relations because of his sickness. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call you a fat piece of shit. I'm just going to say, you know, because you were a fat piece of shit, I couldn't get, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call you a hoe, but you know, you take money to suck dick. So, you know, it's like, what? You know what? So she did that. And then, and this might be a little controversial and forgive me, but that right there should either have her recuse herself or be all we need to know to get her thrown off the case. And that is that she said, I will not disparage a black man. So under oath, sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? She's decided that regardless of the truth, regardless of getting to the bottom of this, regardless of putting the law and the truth within the law above everything else, she's going to make it a racial issue. So does that mean she gladly will disparage another color? Does that mean that if there is a black man that's up for some kind of accountability for a crime he's committed, that she's going to let that slide because it could be disparaging? The fact that she even brought color into it during a court case. Now, I understand. I can feel that way. I can absolutely feel that way. But if I'm a DA and one of the, you know, most watched DAs in the country, right? If I say I will not disparage a white, first of all, could you imagine if a white woman was on the stand and said, I will not disparage a white man?
A white woman DA. A white woman DA will say that. Hey, shouts out to my dog Lee in the building, man. Lee done caught one. Bros in the A. Bros in the A. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. We probably gonna have a good conversation in the morning about this on the way to the gym. You know, like it's wild. But you're right. You know, like you actually came out and like you're supposed to be blind and unbiased when it comes to certain things, or really about everything. Let's be real. You're supposed to be unbiased by it. Only thing you're biased to is the facts, right? And the facts are supposed to lead you to where you're supposed to be. To actually get up there as the DA, as the lead, as a prosecutor, the head of all prosecutors in a county, I'm not going to disparage a black man. Oh, okay. Oh, well, as you said, what about a white man? What about an Asian man? Would you disparage a black woman? Like, what is really going on? Why would you say that? You literally just impeached yourself. You literally impeached yourself because you're supposed to remove all the bias out and just based on the facts, just based on the evidence that you have. Everybody pushed her as a yes, queen, smart black woman. You go. No, the broad is dumb. The broad is dumb as hell. I just got to call it for what it is. First of all, you paid your side nigga, whoever he is, you paid this man $650,000+. while you paid the white woman and the black and the white man not even $120,000 combined. And you paid your man that you out here smashing and dashing 650 grand. That alone is going to have them look like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Why such a big gap? Right? And then you're smashing him. And he's taking you on trips with the business card. The same money that you're paying him, he is in turn taking you on trips for it with. And you're out. Oh, well,
I had to put it up. While you're saying that, I waited. I was waiting for it to be pertinent. I wasn't going to just...
You're literally taking trips on the money that you are paid on taxpayer dime, right? For this case and running it back to yourself. You're literally running kickbacks. You're literally running kickbacks. That is the impropriety right there. You're paying him to pay you, and then you say, "Oh well, I paid him back in cash." You got the receipts from the ATM? No. Well, you know. Well, how'd you get the money? You know, ATM here, ATM there. Overpaying at the grocery store. Essentially, she said overpaying. Like, bitch, it's called cashback. Say it for what it is. It's called cashback. Don't overpaying for groceries.
And come on, man. We all know, like, somebody like Fanni Willis totally like uses cash to pay for things. Absolutely, all the time.
Totally.
You know what I mean? I want to know, how many people do you know personally? When was the last time you went to the grocery store, bought like a bang, like your week's worth of groceries or whatever, couple weeks worth of groceries, and you paid that all in cash? You pulled out a fat wad. Nobody does that. You use a debit card. You know what I mean? Calm down. You know. So anyway, I mean, most people do. Maybe you pay it all in cash.
I can say I'm a cash guy. I love. Look, after seeing Michael Flynn get debanked, after seeing what happened up in Canada, right? I'm a cash man. I'll have some money in the bank, but the bulk of my money is outside, simply because I deal with the sovereign community. I believe in the Black empowerment community. I'm MAGA. I'm a PB. Boy, I got all kinds of reasons to be on their watch list. I am not putting my money in their control. I'm good.
That's right. And you know, that's right. I look at it a little bit different. I look at it the other way, in a way, right?
Yeah.
I look at it like, you wake up and they go, yeah, this green thing with a number on it no longer represents currency. Have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, it's like, but if you have your money in the bank, that is FDIC. And you know what I mean? We have to give you some value for it, or you have at this point, you have legal repercussion. We can decide to devalue paper currency tomorrow. And you what? You're going to tell me you had 10 million? Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? You're gonna drag all of it, you know what I mean, in a bag to the front of the Capitol steps, and then we're gonna, so I'm not saying it's better to have the cash. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's not. It's just, I'm on that. I'm a little bit on that goofy shit. I'm a little bit on that tinfoil hat.
I feel you. That's
we're gonna wake up and they're gonna say them green dollars mean nothing, and I'm gonna be like, oh, so you know what I mean. So
that's why I got a hammer and some DJ equipment, and so I'm gonna be, one thing about it, whatever the currency is, I'm gonna be able to make $1 tomorrow. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be able to make that currency tomorrow.
Exactly.
So, and I'm gonna go find somebody to slap the shit out of who made my greenbacks not worth nothing no more.
That's
slap
fair.
the shit out of them.
Joe Biden, the WEF, yes. My man Haram says, the arrogance of knowing you're involved in the highest profile case in the history of the country. Of course, you're going to spend $700K on trips with a married dude. Why wouldn't you?
I'm going to Belize and Aruba.
Well, I think you remember the show? I think it was my girl Kerry Washington. Scandal? Was it Scandal?
Yes, it was Scandal
with Kerry Washington, which I mean, look. Thank God for Kerry Washington. The acting is so quality. And that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, That's Fanny thinks she's in scandal. They got Fanny caught up. They got her gassed up. And I mean, to the point of she walks in and she's like, I'm not on trial. Well, no, this is legit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can we talk about
I'm
that
not
for
on
a
trial.
second?
Y'all on trial. No. You're in the trial, and this is a hearing involving that trial, and your improprieties, you dumb. I told my girl I was gonna stop saying bitch so much.
I'll say it for you, dog.
No, I got it. She already know. Matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute. If you would, sir, I would like to bring this definition up on the screen. Please. I will bring it and I will. All right. Here we go. Let me go to this here. And this is my favorite. I love this here. These people. These people are so dope. Here we go. Shared.
Bam.
Britannica. Everybody loves Britannica. The OG encyclopedias around this motherfucker. All right, guys. Bitch. Definition number 1. The one everybody knows and loves. A female dog. Definition number 2. Let me zoom in so y'all can see this.
Yeah.
A very bad or unpleasant woman. A woman you strongly dislike or hate. Bitch. Fanni Willis. You're a very unpleasant woman. You're a very bad woman. You're embezzling money. You're committing fraud against the people. Okay? That's what you're doing. You are a woman that I strongly dislike and very close to fucking hating. You're a bitch based on the definition from Britannica. Don't get mad at me for using my words. I'm using true words. Oh, you're using the B word. You must not have a strong vocabulary. No, my vocabulary is very strong. This word is in Britannica. Just saying. I'm done. I'm done with that.
No, I like it when you get on fire, dog. Well, and that's the thing, man. It's like my man says, they are already trying to prosecute a RICO charge when all the defendants don't even know each other. Something that has never been done before. Exactly. Yeah. If I don't know you, I can't be involved in a conspiracy with you, right?
Just can't.
Go old school. Shrew. My man Fuego says go old school.
Sand shrew. Call that bitch a Pokemon. Oh, sand shrew face ass.
That's what I'm saying.
She do look like sand shrew in the face.
True. Also, man, not for nothing, but I think Fanny had her dress on backwards. That's something people be talking about.
People been talking about that, but nah, bro. That's now. They actually have the front zipper dresses now.
Yeah, I hear you. I just feel like she could have been more flat. Like, if I was a stylist, I'd be like, we're gonna put you into something that makes you look a little better than this. You know,
that wasn't a stylist move. That was her daily. She was not supposed to be on the stand. She was not. She ran in the courtroom, bro. Her hair was all over the place. She was breathing. She had a paper. She threw the paper on the table. Yeah, she was mad. She was big mad until Matlock got up there. When Matlock got up there, yeah, front zipper's dress, easy access. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So when Matlock, Trump's lawyer, Matlock, I call him Matlock, the old dude. When he got up there, I'm gonna ask you some questions that you should simply be able to answer yes or no. And her whole demeanor changed. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, we should be able to do that. We shall see. Matlock wasn't playing no games, boy. But when old girl was up there, right? When old girl was up there, she wanted to go after the young white girl. She wanted to, this is a lie, and this is a lie, and this is a lie, and y'all just lying, and I'm here to set the record straight. Bam. You just want to attack into her. That's all you want to do. Matlock get up there. Oh shit.
Yeah, her Haram is saying that her her lawyer advised her to not go on the stand.
Bruh, they were trying to bring, so Wade got off the stand, and they wanted to call Fanni Willis and her lawyer. I object, and this, and no. And they were literally like, she walked in as they're arguing the objections of why she shouldn't take the stand. And then, oh, I'll go. And her, no, you won't. I'll go.
And then she was standing, like she wouldn't sit. She was just standing there waiting. They're like, can you chill before, can we call you to the stand, please? Like, excuse me, Miss DA, but do you know how court proceedings work? I don't mean to be weird.
And they're so scared. And this is what bothers me. Like, so the lawyer, from what I understand, is 35 years old. He's a pretty young dude. But not the judge. The judge is pretty young, from what I understand. White people, grow you some fucking nuts. Judge, somebody shows you this, I hope they do. Boy, you better grab your nuts like you a man. Take control of your courtroom. Don't let that dusty broad run all of you. Act like you scared. Oh, if I say something, I'm gonna get called a racist, and I don't want to get called a racist. I want everybody to know me. You better grab your nuts.
But in his defense, he is in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, come on, dog. That's
grab your nuts. The hell? You the damn judge.
You do not want to have a reputation in Atlanta, Georgia for not liking black folks. I'm just saying. It's a tough town.
And I understand, but it's
good, all well and good, but it's a, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, you wanna have the reputation of liking black folk, right? Do the right thing when they hit you and they come in your goddamn courtroom, and be lenient on the sentences and shit that you give them. That's how you make sure you have a good reputation against black. But the DA, man, listen, do you know what we say in the black community when it comes? Nigga, we say two things: fuck the judge and the DA. The hell?
Yes.
You better make sure they say, nah, we fuck with that judge, fuck that DA. They're already saying fuck her because she's going after the YSL. She went after Rollo. She went after Lucci. They're already saying fuck her.
Right.
You handle your business on your stand. Grab control of your courtroom and you'll have more respect. I'm just saying.
They're absolutely fair. Haram says she looked like she was ready to check in during a free throw shot. Put me in. Put me in. She looked like she was the third string running back, and she just saw the second string guy go down. She's like, "Ooh, it's my chance!" And then, Amy, as you were screaming, "Grab your nuts!" She's just putting nuts with the dick.
Put the nuts. Grab your nuts.
And then my man said, "We need Boss Hogg instead." Yeah, we need Roscoe P. Coltrane hauling her into court, and we need Boss Hogg. Oh, let me tell you, Fuego said that. Sorry, not Haram. Fuego in the building. Absolutely, man. Well, and we're going to get into this next week, so everybody should stay tuned. But we're going to have another debate, and this one is going to be on the is white right. I haven't decided how we're going to just the most offensive way, as you know, that we can possibly frame it to get people, to go zoinks. But it's going to be like, does white make right? And we're going to get into this because this is a big deal right now. Shocking. It's something that we kind of saw coming. I never thought it was going to be this big of a deal because I thought people just knew better. But dear God, nowadays, how many times a week do you read something or look at something on the news? You're like, I just thought people knew better. You know what I mean? It's like the dude walking around with shit in his eye. You're like, I just thought it. Who has to tell this man to wipe his ass? Who has to tell this man to brush his teeth? Like, these are just things I assume you know. But every day we wake up and it's like, what in the hell? So I absolutely understand.
America.
Nation to nation. Anyway, I love me some JB, man. So, but Jam, I love James Brown so much, man. His band. So, like, I guess he had them legal and party issues, and it was James Brown, right? But there were times like they would have whole tours he couldn't go on. Yep. And so his backup band, the JBs, started making records because they would just go and play, right? Mm-hmm. So good. They have a one of my favorite funk songs ever. Let's note it's called "Giving Up Food for Funk," and it's this mean guitar line, tight, and it's like giving up food for funk, giving up food for fun. And it was like, yes, you know what I mean? It's so good. And it was a bass player. He's like, man, I got $5 for a meal, or I got $5 for this bass string. You know what I mean? My low E is hanging loose and we got a gig. I'm giving up food for funk, which we've all done. You know what I mean? We've all given up food for our dream. And it was just, it's one of my favorite records. So yeah, I highly recommend listening to the JBs. I'm sorry to get off.
Yeah, it's dope. Nah, it's all right, man.
I'm sure.
But it sometimes you got to take a little break from Fanny Manny, because man, listen, because that case, bro, that case is gonna have major implications, man. And I want people to understand, like, it's going to come down to a lot. Like, they truly, honestly, they do not want to go to court, because what they're trying to say is that Trump believed, or he believed, that he lost, but he wanted to perpetuate a lie that he didn't lose and have the elections thrown. This is what she's trying to say. And it's up to her to prove that he believed that he lost. Trump knew that he won the state of Georgia. Trump has the information, and this is what happened in Coffee County. Coffee County, they actually did change some voting and stuff in the election, and they went and got the information. Now, if you look, the cases, do you think the actions of Fannie Willis caused the creation of the DA oversight board? So they were already trying to get the DA oversight board because of what George Soros was doing with all the different DAs around the country. She just is the biggest case that people are paying attention to that's causing her to be attacked. Because honestly, if you go look, they signed that here in Savannah. The DA oversight board was signed here in Savannah because of what Shalina Cook Jones was doing, or wasn't doing, right? So it was all over Georgia, and really so Georgia stepped up because they saw Shalina Cook Jones, they saw what Fannie Willis was doing, and there was another DA as well that they were looking at, and it was like, oh hell no. George Soros putting all this money in all these different DAs, they're going to really F some things up. We need to bring this oversight board back so we can kind of rein this in, because we can't afford to lose Georgia, like not like this, not at this rate. But it's the fact that Fannie Willis is the biggest case right now. So people are saying, was that you or me?
That might have been me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So because Fannie is the biggest on the scene, they're pointing to make it look like, oh, they did this strictly because of Fannie Willis, when in all actuality, it was all the George Soros DAs that caused this oversight board to come back, because you had criminals who was getting, murderers were being let out with probation. You know what I mean? It's like a whole bunch of crazy things that's been going on. They was like, oh no, cases being dropped that should have been going after, people being charged that wasn't charged, or people needing to be charged that wasn't charged, and people being charged that should not have been charged. So it was a whole lot of things that poured into the re-establishing of this oversight board, because the oversight board has been here before. But yeah, this is going to have major implications for the state of Georgia. People should really be paying attention. I've hearing people say, oh, they caught pleas, like they talk about Sidney Powell and all of them about what happened in Coffee County and them copping pleas, and like they didn't cop pleas. They literally caught pretrial diversion. And if anyone knows about pretrial diversion programs, like you go down to a lesser charge, and then you do what they ask of you to do as far as your program. And once you complete all of that, your charge go away. There's no RICO charge. They were all conspiring to interfere with an election or election person's duty or something along those lines. Had nothing to do with RICO. It was the fact that they went to Coffee County, got a copy of the machine and everything and all the votes that happened, and they realized how all the numbers changed. They realized the drops that happened. They realized the duplicate votes that was ran through the machines, and they were mad about that. They were mad about these duplicate votes being exposed, and they did not want it to go out. So they went after them in Coffee County. That's just like they say, oh, Trump and them's going after what's her name? Oh man. I keep forgetting that old lady name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The old lady and her daughter up in Atlanta.
Drop it in the chat if you know.
Oh man, I can't think of it. Anyway, they went after her and her daughter, and it was because the mama, first of all, the mama went live days before, I want to say, when they were counting mail-in ballots, and there was envelopes on top of envelopes on top of envelopes, right? And none of the envelopes had return addresses on the envelope. How do you have a mail-in ballot and there's no name for return address on the ballot?
How do you count that? How does that get counted as an official ballot?
Somebody help me figure this out. And she went live and she said, Shh, I ain't supposed to show this, y'all. Shh, don't tell nobody. But this is what we got going on. And then she walks around and she shows all the ballots and stuff. So yeah, that's what we got going on. See, I didn't like the way things was going, so I just had to leave. I just had to go take a break. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back and I'm here to do work. And I'm doing the work. Then the other dude walked up. Hey, darling. Yeah, you got work for me? Y'all thought you was on break. Nah, I don't want nobody. I'm work. And yeah, I came to do work. And they set stuff on the table and you can man, matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Because listen, my name is the auditor. Okay, I want y'all to know that I'm the auditor. And it's one thing about the auditor. The auditor is going to keep these damn receipts. Oh, that's her talking. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got her. Yeah, here we go. I'm the auditor, damn it. I like to come through. There we go. Yep, Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. Thank you, Richard. I got Ruby. Y'all tell me this ain't Ruby. Y'all tell me this ain't Ruby. This the stuff they want you to know. See, this when she went to meet with my girl Travia and my boy Harrison Floyd is because they knew what they had going on. And she knew what she did. She knew what she did. Now here go Ruby. Let's go.
Thing if nose and turtle 3 times, that ain't gonna happen. So I let them do it. Yeah. Whew. So hey, Dion, what's going on? How are you? Yeah. So, I got a lot of work to do, y'all. So, I'm working 7 days a week, but I'm getting it done. I was out for 10 days because I ain't like the way things were going. So, I just said, yeah, anywho, I'll see y'all when I see you. But I'm back, ready to work. I'm gonna let y'all see this. Okay, don't say nothing. Listen, look.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot.
Ballots. Boxes and boxes of ballots.
Okay, so that's what's going on at Fulton County. Voters registration. Sir, can I have some work?
Wow.
It's been 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
That's all you give me.
I'm going to give you but 5. I come to work, y'all, and they talk about me. Oh, they talk about me. I don't care. Because I told them I didn't want to work. Oh, Dion, thank you. Thank you, love. When I didn't want to work, I took off for 10 days. Now I'm back at work. Give me some work. Because I come to work. Yeah.
I'm going to show you.
Thank you, sir. Oh, you're going to give me, oh, you just gave me one. God bless you real good. Thank you.
I want to give you 2. I ain't trying to overwork you.
Hold on. Let me a little bit more go.
Overwork.
Look at that. What's supposed to be right here?
An address, a returned address. Wow. And these are ballots to be counted.
These are ballots to be counted. Wow. These are ballots to be counted.
These people are crazy, man. This is nuts.
Ain't no such thing. I'm going to be here till 7 o'clock. Okay. Y'all see all this I got to do?
These are ballots. Look, this is on the paper right there. Let me rewind it a little bit so y'all can see. Matter of fact, no,
you can see it right there.
Yeah, It's right there. I'm gonna bring it when he put it when it was in the front, so y'all can see what he just pulled out. Signature verification. You don't even have an address.
Yeah.
You don't even have an address. You talking about signature verification? Oh man, y'all. And this is what. And she went live, and they know what she did, and she knew what she did, and that's why they hit her up and was like, "Listen, we know you guys felt like there was the means, the ends justified the means, and y'all could do what y'all wanted to do in order to get Trump because y'all felt like Trump. But listen, these people don't put y'all in a very precarious situation, and we know it. Now we'll give you protection." That's why Ruby was like, "Hey, well, okay, we'll talk to you, but meet us at the police precinct, so I know I'm protected," because she was scared.
Sure.
And then the Dems found out and was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we'll protect you, but you better. And I promise you, when you get this done, we got you." And what's the first thing they did when they get in office? They gave Ruby and Shay the Medal of Freedom. Joe gave her the Medal of Freedom because they helped him cheat to get the stuff through. You just seen it.
Yeah. We have a Medal of Freedom? Like,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
Ruby Freeman and Shay Miles got the Medal of Freedom, or whatever the Citizens Award they get.
And the most frustrating is, was this ever answered for? You know what I mean? Did we go back, look for these actual votes, audit them, and decide, okay, much ado about nothing or straight up fraud? Because it's one or the other. Either what I'm seeing is a blatant lie, and there's something there that I'm not seeing. There's something that we're not getting information. Maybe it's okay. So either it's fraud and they're counting 100% illegal votes, or there's something we don't know. Have they talked to us? Have they said there's something we didn't know? Have there been anything other than
Don't look.
just awards?
You're racist. You're racist if you look. That is voter suppression if you go and try to look at the way that those numbers are handled.
I'm pro voter suppression at this point. I'm sorry.
Bro, I am so pro vote. Like I'm literally like, yes, I want to suppress votes. If you can't tell me what district you live in, you don't need to vote.
That's accurate. If you can't tell me where your polling place is that you go vote, you probably shouldn't be allowed to vote. You know what I mean?
You need to know the basics.
Right. Yeah, there should be a 5-question test. That's why I like Vivek. He was like, you have to take a simple test, civic service or military service, either one. For me, when I was that age, it would have been military. At this age, I'm like, yeah, that's, man, I just, coming back to this local is so key. I was having this conversation. It's something that I think everybody kind of agrees on. My man Grant says,
yeah, like I won't say it, but I'll let you read it.
Sure.
That's why I chose Corona to drink tonight. I chose to drink this, you know what I'm saying, because I really think that something else is about to happen. They need more voter suppression.
I'm not saying I'm hood. I'm not saying I'm Caucasian refuse and or white trash, but I will say I do have, it's almost gone now, but I use my energy health drink and I mix it with orange drink, straight up Fanta orange, because it's good. And after the gym and the sauna, I can put some sugar in me. I need some sugar. So I get my health drink and mix it with my Fanta orange because I got to have my orange drink. So
sounds like a win.
I'm kind of mad, like, white people don't get to say we like orange drink anymore. We love orange drink. Okay.
Hey man, I'm sorry. Kel loves orange soda, bro.
No, orange drink is delicious. Yeah, so Kel loves orange. He does. Yeah. Okay, so a couple questions I'm really wanting to ask you about this. A few things. First, to kind of stay in the micro of it before we get to the macro of it. What do you think is going on right now behind closed doors in the city halls? You know what I mean? What do you think is going on? What do you think they're doing right now? What do you think their plan is? Do you think that there's a split? Like some people are siding with Fanny. Do you think it's one of those they are dropping her? She, you know what I mean? It is. She's the one. She's been voted off the island, and they are like, let's just because they know she is who she is, and if they leave her to her own devices and let her be who she is, like what are we thinking here?
Yeah, I'm thinking that yeah, I'm thinking they're protecting their black sister. I think the black people in the office are circling the wagons on her, and they're going to stand by her until she goes down in flames, and then they're going to scream racism.
Wow.
I believe that's what is actually happening. That's just me. Just watching the reactions of the CNNs and the MSNBCs and just local people that they're circling the wagons on her, and they're not paying attention that this dumb bitch literally stood in church and said she didn't have. Well, she didn't say she didn't have relations, but she alluded that she didn't have relations. She never really came out her mouth and said she didn't have relations, but she made it seem like she wasn't having relations with him, and they were just attacking her because she's black. It was just being racist. And then a couple of days later, it's like, oh yeah, we had a relationship.
Yeah, well, I mean, we went on vacations together, and I dropped large amounts of money on him. But look, you know what I mean. So let's not get into it. So, and quick question on all of that: do we know where Trump is polling currently in Georgia?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you what the hood's saying. That's what the hood's saying, bruh. The hood got the winning lottery numbers, and the winning lottery numbers is that's where it's at, bro. Everybody like, nah, man. You got the old people who stuck in their ways. I'm just not voting. I can't vote for Trump. Nobody care. Yeah, it's about to go in the grave anyway. Enjoy the rest of your life voting for the other old decrepit person. You guys are old decrepit heaven together. Y'all going right ahead. But like the people, the real people, bro. Trump is landsliding right now with the real people. And that's just what it is. Shoot, on the show Friday, man, I got caught off guard with little bro. Little bro told me straight, oh, yeah, but I like Trump. Boy, bring back Trump. He said it on the show Friday night.
Yeah.
So, like that is really the consensus with a lot of people is that, yeah, we had Trump, we had Biden. Trump is clearly better than Biden. Bring Trump back. It's that simple. It's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a bloodbath in Georgia, unless they cheat again, and we know that they can and will cheat. But the good thing is, we got one vote, so we got two laws that there's one that went through, and then we got another one that's on the way. The first one is we have watermarks on our ballots now. All right, so come 2024, we'll have watermarks, so there won't be no fake ballots. All right. The second thing is.
She loved that drop.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I was singing the song and I was like, yo, I am going to use that. Mike Epps is going to, if Mike Epps is not a Trump fan, he is going to hate me by the time 2024 comes around, because I am going to make that is going to be a household thing. Everyone will be saying 45, 47, because literally that's Trump. He's president 45, he's gonna be president 47. Like, those are the winning numbers. Mike Epps, you were ahead of your time, brother, man. I appreciate you. Love you always.
Well, we had a conversation, a couple comedians, friends of mine. We had a conversation about Mike Epps the other day. We're like, the reason Mike Epps is so good is because he never tried to be more than mid. He never tried to be the greatest comic. He never tried to do the Eddie Murphy thing. He was like, man, I'm a dude who wants to smoke weed and I get paid to talk shit. And it was so good. And he was like, because he knew he was mid, he made mid a thing and elevated mid, because he was like, I
think he's Dro.
Okay.
I would give him Dro. Oh, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Yo, Leroy Stanley. Is that LS?
Yeah, that's LS.
What up, LS? All right.
Yeah, he normally be in YouTube, but I'm in YouTube jail for the moment. It is what it is.
Richard Coleman
Yeah, he says, I'm thinking her demise, if any, is going to be determined by the position of Governor Kemp, which ultimately will be determined on how Trump currently feels about him. Just my opinion. Yep. So it possibly. So if if you notice, Kemp hasn't really said much about the case because Kemp knows that Trump has the goods. That's why he keeps saying like, oh, we shouldn't focus on the 2020 elections. That shouldn't be our focal point. I think our focal point with the people should be to let them know what we have to offer them over the next 4 years. That's better than what Biden has been giving us. Like that has been his thing. He hasn't said anything else because he knows, and he's outwardly been so I'm gonna put y'all on game. And Richard, you're here. You're in Savannah. Do you remember when was the runoff election? The runoff election was like January 6th. No. The runoff election was January 5th. Because January 6th was the day of infamy. So the election was like January 5th. So January 3rd, January 4th, we had a Kelly Loeffler event in Savannah. And one of her people, one of her aides, was killed in a car accident right outside of Pooler Parkway on I-16. All right. That young man, Kemp knows the spot is hot and he wants no parts in that I-16. That's what I'm talking about right now. Kemp's daughter's boyfriend, who was essentially going to be his son-in-law, right? Which I don't think it was the one. I got to see if it was the one in the holy shit. I gotta see if it was the dude who was in the commercial. You guys remember the commercial when Kemp had the gun and they said that Kemp pointed the gun at the kid? All right. I don't know if y'all remember that commercial. He didn't point the gun at the kid. That was some good old movie camera magic. But there's another angle that shows that gun was pointing nowhere near that kid. But anyway, he worked for Loeffler. The young boy worked for Loeffler. He was on his way to the event in the car. Kelly Loeffler. Kelly Loeffler was the senator who ran against Raphael Warnock.
Okay.
All right. She was appointed by Kemp. It was time for the election, and she was going against Warnock, and her staffer got killed on I-16. The people who was near this, right, said it was the hottest fire they have ever felt. Ever. That burn spot, it may still be on 16, but that spot lasted for a long time, a very long time on I-16. A lot of people believe that he was kaboomed, and his name. Now his name was Deal, but he wasn't related to Nathan Deal. But his name was Deal. But what I told people is, check this out. They blew up his car. Okay. His name was Deal. This was during the time Trump had all the goods on what happened at the election now in 2020. Trump offered them a deal to let them not get in as much trouble. He won't bring the hammer down on them. We can go ahead through this thing. We can expose come January 6th when we start doing these hearings and these debates on the information, because see, a lot of people don't know, and that's the other thing about J6, man. We'll talk about that too. You have the right to refute and refuse to certify the votes. The House of Representative member can say, hey, we don't want to, we're not going to go through these votes. We believe that they're tampered, whatever the case may be. And then a senator, you're asked by the vice president, do you have a senator who's willing to stand with you? And either you do or you don't. We had 8 senators that day. All right. Trump was going to bring out all the information out on the 6th. They knew that they were going all in with J6. All right. They knew they was going all in. So they blew up the deal. All right. Trump's the king of the deal. They
Sure.
blew up the deal and told him to go screw itself. Kelly Loeffler, after that, if you remember, she backed back. She ain't say nothing. She got quiet. She just took it. She just took it. Brian Kemp, he backed back. He just took it. They literally just blew up his son-in-law. They blew up his son-in-law for standing with Trump. That is when he turned. Go back and look at things. He was all in Trump. Even during the election, when Trump said, when he was talking to Raffensperger and he was like, listen, y'all, I don't give a damn where you find the votes from. Find the votes. Find the votes. Everybody was like, oh, he's trying to make him make up votes. No, he was telling them that you don't have to expose the whole thing. Yeah, Purdue slid back too. Sure did. You didn't have to expose the whole corruption. We know that we know the whole thing was corrupt. You ain't got to expose the whole thing that's corrupt. You ain't got to do that. Just expose 12,000 votes. I don't care how you expose 12,000 votes. Just expose the 12,000 so that we can get Georgia, and we'll let you keep what you've been doing for the moment, because we're coming to fix that system, but we're not going to blow the whole setup. You just show us the 12,000 that we need to go ahead and secure Georgia, that we know is there. They didn't do it. They didn't want to do it. And fast forward, that's why we're going through what we have with Fanni, because they know that Trump has the facts. They know he has the information. They don't want to go to court. They don't want to see that day. And another reason they're doing that, because they think they have subpoena power and discovery, where they'd have to bring in all the information so they could see what Trump has and try and work their way against it. That's what that is.
So, wow. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
man.
a lot of info, man. I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like that car got Lahaina wildfire, which, yeah, man, that's here's the problem. I have very good friends that are there that will not come on, and I understand, but they're like, look, do you not understand, bro? I'm on an island 2,000 miles away from another landmass, right? Literally. Say for maybe some random islands in the middle of the Pacific, it's 2,000 miles to Asia and 2,000 miles to California, and we are in the middle. And so there's a lot of stuff we can't, because there ain't nowhere to run. I don't get to just move, I need a plane. If they say I can't go anywhere, I can't sneak away. So, but I know for a fact that was one of the most shadiest, hideous, murderous things. And man, they cover it up. And it is extremely frustrating. From 11,870 to 8,870, so only 9,000 votes are needed. LS in the building telling us the numbers. And the thing about that, LS, is we know, and this is something I forget, not everybody knows, we know because we watch Protocol, not only on this show, but on Friday Night Flights. He's shown us the numbers. He said it more than once, and then he broke it down black and white paper that, what was it, 1,500 votes in one, not even one precinct, in one polling place.
One polling place in one county.
So
1,599 votes. Yep.
If we extrapolate, that would be 10 polling stations, 10, not even 10 full precincts, just 10 polling stations. And there's your 15,000. If it's 1,500 times 10, that's not rocket science. And this is not the largest, busiest places. You know what I mean? That we're talking about sparsely populated towns, and you got that many. So imagine a Macon, imagine a place that is a much larger place. It would be so easy. That's not a big number. 9 Gs is not a lot of votes when you're finding 1,000, 1,500 illegally, 100% easily. That lady, the picture she showed, that's got to be tens of thousands. Wow, man. This is so, to me, this is so, I keep going back to this. It's interesting, man. It's J6 told by liberals and reports versus J6 told by people that were on the ground, right? This is a very similar situation, right? This is what the media is telling you versus what somebody like Pro, who is not only living it, but is there, LS living it there. What you guys are saying, which not only is like, oh, I've heard that, but we haven't even heard it. And if we would have heard it, we'd have been like, what are they doing? How are they getting away with putting any case together? They should be hiring defense attorneys and putting their defense together. And then it makes sense. Oh, it looks like Trump has a, oh, man, I so don't want to jinx it. But you know what I mean? Hey, look, it's 1 out of 2 at this point. Yeah, and all the numbers say by way more than 50% aggregate that he'll be the next president. So with that in mind, I kind of, it's like you guys should be putting together your defense. You guys are going on offense. What, that's not the jammy right now.
Right. There's
So
something's going to happen, man. They see this country going the way it's going. They see it's going towards Trump. Something is going to happen. And I don't know what it is, and I hate to say it, but it's going to be bad.
Well, that's my man. Where'd he go? It was Grant who said, "Here we go again. Believe it. We are in another voting cycle. My Vaxart stocks reflect." So that's interesting to me. But then I'm like, people aren't going to put up with that like they did before. A lot of ways you take people out is them just not being ready for the attack. The lockdowns and the forced everything, that was a straight attack on the American people. Really, it was attack on I was going to say Trump supporters, but the vast majority of Americans supported Trump at the time. Still do. And once again, you may not love the guy. This is what frustrates me on the other side. They're like, every Trump person is a stupid, cold, blah, blah, blah. It's like, look, I don't necessarily, I like the guy. Look, it's me. We're going to sit around and talk about cocaine in butts and grabbing people by the pussy all day. We're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. That's how we get down. Because he's a comedian. If you know Trump, you know that man is a comedian, right? So, or he hung around. He loved comedians. They had a Comedy Central roast. He had comedians writing on his show, The Apprentice, which people forget, one of the most popular shows ever on TV for reality. So that's Trump. But a lot of people aren't like especially like your folks, like your DJ homies. I bet if you were like, hey, man, Trump's coming through, let's have a drink, they'd be like, nah, we're good. So we don't need to hang out with the dude. But the job he's doing, I don't need to like my mechanic. You know what I mean? I can love a mechanic who's like, oh, I'm great. But if every time I drive my car out, it blows up, that's not a good mechanic. And I can have a guy who's gruff, who every day he's like, fuck you, you're stupid. But you know what? He makes my car run well for a good price. I'm in. Okay. Call me whatever you want. It's fine. Let's get this car running, and that is something that I don't think the left has fully embraced or even understand, is that you cannot like Trump and still realize he's the best man for the job.
Yeah.
Once again, personally, I like him. A lot of people don't, and that's okay. In my opinion, that's Amy's like, exactly, because, she's, so she married me.
And realizing it, though, man. A lot of people are realizing it that, hey, man, I do not have to like him, but I can say that he's the best person for the job that we need done. And that's where we are right now. As she stated about grocery prices, man, those grocery prices was hell.
Yeah.
Right now, or under Biden, they're noticing that, the past 3-4 years, those prices have been hell. And they need it for when the prices wasn't hell. And when they wasn't hell, it was under Trump.
Yes, and right.
Yeah.
So another thing about that, they're coming out. Biden himself, old dumbass himself, came out and was like, and the cost of chicken is down. He was naming things that were supposedly lower in price. Now, literally the day before, it just came out that pork, which I know you don't eat. A lot of hey, God bless if you don't eat pork. I don't drink alcohol. Fair enough. Me, I'm on my ribs. I'm on my pork steaks. I'm on my pork chops. It's just who I am. Forgive me. I'm on my bacon. But pork has by far been the cheapest meat. That was the whole thing. It was the poor man's beef, right? And so if you couldn't afford, and I, I like it, don't get me wrong, but it was always the cheap. You go to the store, you could get a gang of pork for the price of good steak. Okay. Now the price of pork is going up. The price of beef is going up. The price of fish is going up, but chicken is maintaining. And he's bragging about that. I'm failing you on 5 fronts, but this one is the same. Not cheaper, not better, but the same. Now, let's not forget that eggs are 4 times the price they were, but let's not get into the details.
Chicken wings. Chicken wings is 4 times the price they were. You talking about chicken thing? Man, if he don't sit his... First of all, nigga, you don't even shop, Biden.
I know.
You don't even shop.
Dude, Inshore and Pudding Pops aren't that much, okay? You don't know. You live on Inshore Pudding Pops and whatever child's blood cocaine mixture that they're firing into your body to get you to figure out how to get on the plane after screaming about MAGA. So don't tell me about groceries, dog.
I don't know, man. Screw that guy, man. I don't even want to. Man, the bucket of shitlins was $40.
Man, look, if they're hand slung, I might slow down. But if they're made right, I can't. I'm sorry.
Why 40? Man, bro, we're talking about
LS is
a
right.
bucket that was $10 is now $40.
I thought you were joking. I thought that
No.
was comedy. I
No.
literally thought you were joking.
No.
Because chitlins are, a very inexpensive product. They always have. You know what I'm saying?
The red bucket that you get to clean, $40.
You could damn near buy a pig at the point. You know what I mean? After you're done with the bacon, the ham, like you could buy a pig for cheaper.
Yeah,
Cut it yourself, man.
Yeah, man. It's down bad, and people are realizing that. So that's why they're going every way. That's the main reason they're pushing this whole they were being racist going after Fanni thing in Georgia, because they know he is turning the tides here in Georgia. A lot of young people are willing to say, "Hey, man, I'll vote for him." So. Oh my God.
They trying to starve it.
He said he saw 670. 70. Oh Lord. I don't eat shitlins anyway, so it.
But that's expensive.
Hell yeah, that's expensive.
Talk about, man, that's how I know Biden hates black people. You know what I'm saying? See? Man, if that's how you know Biden hates black people. Period.
That man now, bro, this man went to first of all, that black man who subjected his sons and his wife to let that decrepit motherfucker. The Biden went to the man's house with some goddamn cookout. I'm done, man. Y'all niggas. You have those niggas.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's and it's man, one of the worst things I've ever seen is that Christmas thing they did. That with the weird nutcracker, but it was super liberal. Yeah, and they were like, and I was like, oh, like is that? And I think that's how Biden still sees black folks, as kind of a minstrel showy thing. Like that's how he sees, that's how he doesn't understand we've evolved, and they're not here for your entertainment and backbreaking labor. You know what I mean? Uncle Joe, listen, black folks have their own thing going on, and they're not here to dance for you and do your field work anymore. They're here to be Americans. So we can't do that, Uncle Joe.
Corn pop. Bring me old corn pop.
Well, I mean, cool part is he only has a few black folks to worry about, because you're not black if you don't vote for him. So that's just allegedly. A small percentage of allegedly.
Allegedly.
What a piece of shit thing to say. Come on, man.
It's a shit individual. What else what would he expect?
So I mean, let me weave it back around, because I definitely want to get more corn pop. Yep, they're gonna put y'all back. Ugh. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, that's and it's odd that I feel bad about saying this stuff. And this is the hero. This is the Democratic hero. One point that I thought was very interesting that was made was the big deal right now is that we are taking back culture. That's the deal. There was before, when somebody came out and was like, screw Trump and that kind of thing, we had no pushback. There wasn't culture. Now you got Trump shoes. Yeah, exactly. The audacity to even say that shit out, right? When I say it, I understand if you get mad, and I'm not Biden. At least I'm poor. At least it's like, well, he's a poor white man, so that's something. But anyway, which, by the way, man, that was something I was thinking of. Just a thought I had that I think we'll talk more about next week. But man, the reason I find that they want to keep us divided, white people, black people, Latinos, all of us that have that American dream, but are going to have to work our ass off for it, or maybe work our ass off so our children can achieve it. I think the key there, and the reason we can relate, the reason is because it's not my America either. You see my blue eyes, you see my light skin, and you're like, oh, that dude. But you know what? It's not my America either, because I grew up with nothing.
Right.
And this country was not built for poor white people. Ask the Irish folks that I'm descended from who came to Oklahoma from California because they were starving. Literal dirt farmers. You know what I mean? Who then hooked up with Native Americans, and here I am. But this is not poor white folks America either. If you don't believe me, ask the people of East Palestine, Ohio right now. Okay, who cared about them when they needed it? Did Joe Biden care about them? So it's not our America either. You know what I mean? And it hasn't been, and that's why we need to get together, because whatever America they have, we don't want. Fresh Mike is LS said I'm light skinned. Yes, I am, sir. Yes. Oh, we got some real chat. We hitting it. Bam, Haram says, you mean Biden sitting down with the back flip, eating fried chicken didn't connect? What? Oh, yeah, no, what I saw was like, boy, Joe Biden is so down for the cause. I mean, he's eating fried chicken. How offensive. Like, his PR team, man, we got to, like, good. I'm glad. I'm glad he doesn't have good PR people, but good Lord. This is PR 101, bro. You know, this is what I do, right? I try to make people, branding, marketing, promotion, right? You don't do that.
You don't do
Great.
that.
Bro, I roasted Biden for a month after that. Hell yeah. When I heard about that, I thought it was a joke too, till I had to sit down, and see it. You know who I feel bad for? The black people that had to eat with him. How nasty is eating with that man? He can't find. Hey, you're black and you voted for me. Corn Pop was a bad dude. What a horrible experience. I'm
Horrible.
sorry. Like, we haven't put black people through enough in this country. Now we gotta make him eat fried chicken with Joe Biden? What did you do to deserve this? I'm sorry.
Hey man, I gotta hold up. Wait a minute. I got to hit my one time for Haram Life, man. Drop the $5, the first $5 first Rumble rant ever. First Rumble rant ever goes to my dog, Haram Life. Haram says, great stuff tonight, boys. Absolutely, brother. We do this to please, man. We do this to please. I'm glad you approve of what we got going on, man. If you guys are down with the get down, man, come on, man. You can toggle the money over on Rumble if you're watching on Rumble, man. Either one of us, man, just throw something in the thing. We got cash apps. You can hit us with the cash app if you don't want to hit the Rumble, man. It is what it is, man. We do this for y'all, and all the money goes back into the chat into the stream. Yeah.
Absolutely. Believe it or not, it's not cheap to do quality podcast. Go figure. Who'd have thunk?
I was telling my girl today, I'm like, I was sitting there, I was counting. I was like, baby, I think I'm like $4,000-$5,000 in on this equipment. Like, I'm in.
I'm thinking about switching everything over to the studio. So,
yeah.
Lucky enough, man, when you start to learn to produce this stuff good, they give you things to do. They give you tools to work with. So, but man, I just love the house thing. That's the whole point of this deal, is that we're chilling. But past that, thank you so much. Haram with the $5 shout out. Pew, 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 pew. And I know I mentioned it earlier. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. East, 7 Central. Haram and me are going to be having a little chat. Excited about it.
It's going down.
Yeah, PT Pod. He's going to come on. We're going to talk fights. We're going to talk, we're going to talk, MMA, boxing, that kind of thing. The New York, just because, look, man, New York is one of those places I'm not necessarily. New York is like Trump. You don't have to be a fan to respect what it's given you. No, I love New York. I hate what's happened, but look, man, growing up in Oklahoma, having the dream to be a comedian, man, it was Saturday Night Live. It was Billy Crystal. It was, Eddie Murphy was playing in New York when he did Raw. It was the place to be. And I'm excited to talk to him. It's gone so downhill, but I'm excited to talk to him about that in New York and Madison Square Garden and all that cool stuff. So that's going to be a fun conversation. Thank you, Haram. You're the man. I'm glad you can give him money and I have to host you on my show. Yay for me, but
shit,
maybe
you about to run the check up. You got the man himself. They about to come in throwing money like scrippers. What you mean?
I was trying to swing a comedy reference, but it's like you're right. I'm an asshole. Thanks for carrying the meal. And Haram said, I grew up going to the Comedy Cellar. I love it. Like legendary, The Room. Okay, so that's the room that George Carlin went to work out bits. That's the room that Chappelle, like his first, Dave Chappelle talks about, I knew I was making it when I got passed at the Comedy Cellar, like a regular at the Comedy Cellar. In fact, shout out, but in about 3 weeks, man, it's going 3 weeks from yesterday, bro. We're going to be live in New Jersey, but we're going to be hanging around a lot of Comedy Cellar comics. There's 2 comics that they're working on bringing in that I can't even say yet because the venue itself said you cannot say these names because we're working hard to get them. These are heavy hitters. We already got Tripoli in the building. We already got Tyrus in the building. We got Jim Florentine, and he's one of those guys you don't know his name. He's regularly on the Gutfeld show. But he was in Crank Yankers. And if you were like me growing up, you love Crank Yankers. And he was the guy who had the hold on, let me put my brother on the phone with Eminem. And they had that whole hold on, let me put my brother on the phone. Hold on, let me put my brother on the phone. He was Jim Florentine is that guy. And he's done 100 comedy things. And he's one of those comedy mainstay dudes that's been doing it 20 years. So we're gonna have some hitters there. So it's gonna be fun, Haram. Florentine is a legend. Yes, I love you. I that was my personal ask. Everybody's got their personal people, you know what I mean, that they want to see. And I was like, man, if there's any way we can get Florentine there, just because I've loved him forever, his voice and who he is. He's brilliant, and I love me some Florentine. Anyway, I want to get back to this before we get too late. Weaving back around to kind of close out the Fanni Willis situation here. A couple things. One, so you're thinking basically the wagons are circled around her. They're not throwing her to the wolves. They're not going, okay, we're going to get you out of here and keep rolling with whatever we're trying to roll with and cover our own asses. You think that they're actually circling and doing the defense thing with her. And then to extrapolate out, if you will, a little long term, where do you see this going? Like, do you think that she's still going to be in her position doing what she's doing when Trump is elected? And if so, how do you think that's going to play out? Do you think that they might pull her, put somebody else in? Like, what are your thoughts on going forward, the future of this scenario?
So I see them circling the wagons. That's why they burnt one of their own witnesses on Friday, right? Literally burned him because he had done said that they were dating before. They had lied on the stand. They'd said that Wade never rode in her with her security. The security never been around him and none of that. And dude was like, the bitch lying. She got dropped off multiple times with her security and stuff. Like, he had said he didn't use anybody else's business, credit cards to buy things. And he was like, nah, that nigga lying too. You know what I'm saying? He didn't use my business card to purchase some things for the 2 of them, XYZ. So they burned him on some, didn't you get hit with a sexual assault charge at the office? Like, damn.
Right?
Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, they threw him to the wolves. And it's all to protect and circle them because again, they're caught. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely caught. So they're circling the wagons. They're trying to protect her. Because she's an elected official, right? She's there. They'd have to they'd have to recall her. The people would have to recall her to get her out of there.
Chances,
there's no vote.
Vegas odds on that.
She's gonna stay until the next election. Which, holy shit! Wait a minute. 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 Wait a minute.
Catch, homie.
Wait a minute. Let me see something. Holy shit. me see something. Fannie Willis, Wikipedia. We're gonna find something out right quick, guys.
Cool. While he's checking that out. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Fannie's election is this year.
Wow. Oh, game changer. That
Fannie's
changes
election is
the
this year.
whole game, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a game changer. Yes.
Whoa. Okay. So in 2020, Willis was elected district attorney, Fulton County. All right. So it's a 4-year election. It's a 4-year term. This year's the election. Wow. Okay. So yeah, she's there until she's not there. That's just it. She's there until she's not there.
Do you guys, is your governor election same as, or do you guys have the other? Like
Staggered.
ours is on the other. Yeah.
It's staggered. Yeah.
Unless
Yeah,
it's
bro.
fake.
Fannie is up this year.
Wow.
She has to go for re-election.
How
Game
do you see
changer.
that playing out? Yeah.
After this YSL thing, bro, I don't know. After this YSL thing, I don't know. I think that they could put up a hip hop DA. I think that a person can run as the hip hop DA and actually win and get her out of office.
Nice and fair. The only thing I worry about is name recognition, because people are dumb, and you know the old story. You hear a name over and over. This is how the left has sort of shot themselves in the foot with Trump. Things are so bad. Trump is just the other name you hear. It's the only other option. And even in the left, they're like the other guy. So now in your mind, when you hear Trump, if you're not a fan or, somebody who pays attention, he's just the other guy. And then you go to the grocery store.
The thing is, that's Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
That's Atlanta. The Atlanta music scene alone could put her out.
Yeah.
Simple, easy. Right? That's a whole different game up there. All the colleges and stuff that's in Atlanta, all the college age people that's in Atlanta. Game changer.
What percentage do they vote at?
It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter. And that's the thing that I try to tell, Republicans when we be talking about, the percentage of voters and this. Listen, that shit doesn't matter. A black person can get killed 1 week before the election, and now they're highly emotionally charged. And where you thought only 2,000 people were going to come, now you're dealing with 8,000 people. Yep. Now you're dealing with 12,000. Now you're dealing with 20,000. But you based on the 2,000 people that came before. You can't base it on that. You know what I'm saying? So if they get the emotion hype, they can pack that thing out. It could happen. So, oh man, it's in the air at this time, man. And I think with all the people being pissed off about Young Thug, I think the right people in Atlanta, the right marketing, the right promoters, they can get Fanny ass up out of there and put in somebody who, at the time, plays ball, as Biden would say.
And that's a question. What are the chances? By the way, also kind of weird who's running, right? Maybe this is a whole diversion, because shouldn't we know who's running? I mean, that's a pretty important role. Clearly, I mean, you can literally affect people running for president of the United States in that role. That's definitely a thorn. You're a thorn in this side, a thorn in the paw.
I have to see. Okay,
Hopefully.
yeah, because it's for the general. No. You have people. Excuse me. You have people who are coming out and saying that they're running, but it doesn't matter until qualifying. And our qualifying is March 4th to March 8th.
Cool.
And then we have the presidential primary. And then in May, we have the actual primary. So people qualify March 4th to March 8th. And then we go through with the primary section, the campaigning for the general primary, which is in May, and then the general election will be in November. So she would have to qualify March 4th to March 8th.
Yeah, and she's got some people, but I think at the end of the day, man, no matter how it's same with Biden, no matter how much you try to paint him as a functional, healthy, sharp human being, we just know better and we just deserve better and want better. And unfortunately for them, fortunately for us, it is our vote. I think the same thing with Fanny is people just want better, and they know better than whatever they're being pushed. They want better. They know better. And I would even think, man, if I was a Democrat, I'd be like, how are y'all putting her up? We need the best and the brightest. If we're going up against the giant that is Trump, we need a David. You know what I mean? Not an Ice Spice. We need a David. Okay.
She is definitely an Ice Spice.
Quick question. Ice Spice. Down syndrome or just mentally retarded? What do you think?
Mentally.
Okay, I think she's like mild downy because she's got that thing where she
does have the down face. She does have a little down face. She does. I agree.
I think she's why they got her with Taylor Swift. I feel bad for. I feel like Ice Spice has no idea what's going on. They literally just be like, show up here, do this, and she does. And they're, you know what I mean? I feel bad. That was I wanted to end on that comedy question. I was saving that one. It wasn't as funny as I thought. I hate it when you're saving fire and you got nothing and you thought it was. LS says, JK, it is good to see you, LS. I was thinking about you today. I was like, man, I don't think we saw LS, but then the Super Bowl thing, and all that. So speaking of that, I think you're back on all your channels and socials.
Not on YouTube. I'll be back on YouTube maybe midnight, something like that. I don't know.
Dang.
Yeah, definitely Friday though. Friday night show will definitely be on YouTube. So
yeah, I'm on the YouTube, but I'm not on the Facebook. The party time. Okay, see, my personal is good to go still because I didn't, you know what I mean. But I didn't. But the party time OKC still won't let me video. So, well, last time I checked, I think yesterday it wouldn't. So we'll see. Whatever. Whatever. I'm mad about it.
As we crank up, man, they're gonna be on our neck worse and worse. Speaking of on the neck, man, there's another merch. So my merch shop is up, people. And I'll have I have some more stuff coming up. My next one is going to be something referring to being on their neck. So be on the lookout for that. New merch coming soon, man.
We about to get it. Okay, and I'll leave with one more time. You know me, I never miss a chance to grift. I'm excited. Haram of the Haram Life. The main man is going to be on the PT Pod Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. If Pro is available, of course, you're always welcome. There's never a shame. It's like my house. If you're ever in the Oklahoma City area, if you don't come by, I'll be offended. I'm like, how did you not come through? Put your feet up, chill for a minute. So, of course, if you're available, Tuesday night, about 8 p.m.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
Yep. If you're available, hey, no bigs, you know what it is, dog. But of course, you know what I'm saying. Of course, having you there is always lovely. But Haram and me breaking it down. Let's go. Can't wait. I'm excited. He's cooler than me. I'm like, hopefully I don't crack them jokes that get me punched because he's going to be a grifty. So it's like, I can't hide. No, all respect. And I hope to meet the machine, his homeboy. He's really cool too. And Chato, their whole little crew over there is cool. We're talking about doing a crossover episode, Rumble on Rumble and Haram Life podcast. Get us all 5 on the same screen.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Excited about the Grifties. Looks like I'm going to have a very busy April. Looks like we're going to be doing the production company's going to be working with Jordan Peterson. It's my birthday. It's my sober birthday, my wedding anniversary, and I've got a big 420 festival. It looks like I'm going to be featuring at. So April going to be busy. March going to be even busier. March is going to be very busy on the 9th, 10th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th I get back. And then it's just posting selfies. It's just soaking in the love. And actually, I think, what is it, the 9th, 10th, 11th? So I think that following Wednesday, they're going to release the Grifties as the TV show. We'll be able to sit and have a watch party for it. I've already got that lined up if we want to. So you'll be DJing, so they'll be hearing your music. It'll be cool for us to be able to watch the Grifties, you know what I'm saying? And have a watch party and keep nobody striking because it's my show.
Mhm. Mhm.
As a producer, so that's kind of what I got coming up. I want to send a shout out, of course, to my producer and lovely wife, Amy Hall. We love you and we thank you for helping everything go right and smooth on the show. I'm FW Mike on Twitter or X. Don't worry about my others. Just don't worry about it. And, that's about all I got. Blessed to be working with Pro. And yeah, man, I know I had something else, but we'll deal with that later. Pro, tell the people. We'll let them go out on you. What do you want to tell the people as we head out?
Hey man, y'all just stay up. Don't watch out for the tail wagging the dog. Don't let these people come to y'all with this foolishness. Use your own thoughts, right? Even when it comes to me, I'm gonna bring you receipts, but I want you to go and look into your own stuff yourself. You know what I'm saying? Find it yourself so that you can be comfortable in it on your own accord, so that you can spit it out as you need to when dealing with these people in these streets. Follow me on X at Seaport Pro. I'm over on Facebook. Pro Reacher Adams, PROREACHER 80 AMS. Catch you guys on Tuesday for PT Pod, and then Friday for Friday Night Flights. Be good, stay up, and there's nothing wrong with slapping somebody today. Shouts out to Ludacris.
I love it. And power slap. Oh, and one more thing, y'all. This is something that's kind of important here, and I think everybody needs to know about it, especially because you got a lot of local love and a lot of local listeners, man. But this right here, man, this is something that everybody needs to know about. Where's my little thingies? Where are my things? Where's my little share stuff? Hold on, man, it's tripping. Let's see
Oh
here.
yeah,
Share
that.
screen. Sorry. There we go. Boom. All right, so Pro himself, y'all, he is set up and he is nominated in a whole lot of categories for a whole lot of winning, right? And we need you to see this right here. Pro is nominated Arts and City Life. He's nominated for the Best Public Servant, Best Community Leader, Protocol in Media. He is, man, I think, because I'm sorry. Best Local Podcast, Friday Night Flights. Best local website, recradiosave.com. That's his website, and that's his radio station. You got to check it out. Good things. Best local Twitter X, Seaport Pro. My man is doing it, and he's doing it large. Let's see here. What else do we got? Yeah, those are the categories. As you can see, best public servant community leader is important, and my man is by far that. So you will not be doing anything wrong or misleading anyone. Let's give my man the love. Pro, thank you so much for taking the time to break down this Fanni Willis situation and coming on your own show.
No problem, bro. No
I'm
problem.
stoked. Every now and again, you make the right pick. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, man, Leroy said, yes, DJ Protocol.
DJ Protocol. DJ Protocol. Like that fuel.
There we go.
You're damn right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to Rumble on Rumble number 12. We doing it, man. And once again, I know, man. And that doesn't count our first one where I just interviewed you on a Sunday night. And I don't think I'm counting like one of our little fun party stream ones.
Mm-hmm. So it's like,
but yeah,
we're
man,
almost at 15.
I know, man. 12, that's 3 months. That's huge. So we doing it, man. 90 days. So, all right, we off probation full time.
Yeah, full time. We in now. Time to get them benefits. Them benefits. We all probation, baby. Oh man, it was real though. But yeah, man, already, man. Y'all definitely, y'all. Connect Savannah. Shouts out to everybody who nominated, voted, and got me in on Connect Savannah, Best of Savannah. And now, we just got to go ahead and get them votes in. You can go right there. That's on my Facebook page. It is the pinned post on my page, y'all. Right there under See More. Go back to the descriptions right quick, bro.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. No, you good. You good.
Hold on.
Yeah. Woo!
There we go.
Go up and click on See More. All right, guys. So right there under See More, if you go on my page, I have all the links. You can click on each link and it'll take you to my name. It'll take you right there to go ahead and vote for me. All right. So
voting
you can go on
Yep,
March 6th. So we have a few weeks left in voting. Let's go ahead and knock her down. and let's see if we can go ahead and bring all 5 of those home.
Let's get it, y'all. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you Tuesday night. Pew, 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 pew. Good night.
Good night, everybody. See you soon.